Hey Super Crew, this is DC-san coming back to you. Minasan konnichiwa, DC-san desu. Well, it is time to do the review and reaction for Arrow Season 5, Episode 3. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
Previously on Arrow and Flash.
You ran back in time and then came back and noticed that things were different.
That young boy with Dick.
You didn't have
Arrow and Flash, nice.
Baby John.
I used your gun. No one will ever believe your story.
Police never caught your brother's shooter.
You leave Andy out of this.
Lloyd Lawton, he is the sniper.
I'll kill you for what you did, Andy.
Face view right here, right next to your
Oh, that's right, because he ran back in time. Timeline change. Deadshot.
You're not just joining up with the Green Arrow.
Thought he
You're
was
joining
dead.
up with me. I'm in.
Me too.
What are you shooting at?
So what are we looking at here?
Carl Roberto, frequent flyer at Iron Heights. Seems like the only thing he's good at is getting arrested.
He's not much of a challenge for the Green Arrow.
He's not looking for a challenge. This is about teaching the four of you what happens out there and how to handle it.
Well, I'm up for any lesson that doesn't involve him punching us in the face.
Wait, he hits you guys?
Oh, that's right. Ragman. So I guess he's
gonna get it now.
team member. Ryan.
Always assume that the target is armed. Just always assume that they're dangerous.
Stardust.
Who's Stardust?
It's not a who, it's a what.
Latest design of drug. Makes PCP look like children's aspirin.
I want your supplier.
I can't. He'll kill me.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
His interrogation technique is a little unrefined.
He's not gonna kill him, is he?
That's a terrific question.
You're not gonna do it.
Give me a name, and I won't have to.
Words out on you, man. You'll kill. But only when you have to. Son of a bitch!
Oh, don't worry. You'll live.
Alright! Alright! His name's Samson. Derek Samson.
Where can I find him?
I don't know. I pick up a package on a different corner each night. And never from him.
Give me the package.
The Stardust? Sure, it's in my pocket. Good idea. You really could use a high. Chill out a bit.
That was the wrong thing to do.
I'm not gonna
Insult
kill you,
him. Dumbass.
but I can't guarantee you'll walk away from this.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna pause right there. He just what? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm all for justice and stuff, and Arrow has never really been a guy to let people off a little too lightly. That was kind of harsh. So I guess they're bringing this Arrow a little bit more, bringing him closer to the version that he was in the earlier seasons, like season 1 and season 2. Wow. So on that note, I will catch you at the end of the episode. See you later. Okay, Super Crew, we're back. So, wow. That was an interesting episode. We ended up having Oliver make a twist on what he was going to do and how he looked at having a team and the team members, specifically Wild Dog. It was nice to see, for those who haven't seen the episode, spoiler, letting you know now, and okay, boom. So, seeing the homage to specific characters of old, and if they will keep it or update their costumes and things, we will hopefully find out in the next episode, i.e. Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific was one of my favorite, I guess, unfortunately, for lack of a better term, B-list characters. I don't want to say B-list, but realistically he was, because he wasn't in the mainstream comics as much as, say, as like Superman or Batman, Wonder Woman. But I did like the New 52 version of him, the update, because I thought it made him more modern, a little bit more accessible for the reader, as well as just outside of him being the third smartest man in the DC universe, which still kind of feels like a cop-out, but whatever. He had an interesting way of handling situations outside of being at peak human form without any augmentations and things. You know, he was super intelligent and used his intelligence and the three orbs to kind of help move things along, so to speak. So it was interesting seeing how they played the character in the books. Unfortunately, it ended with a very short run, and then he moved over to Earth 2, was dating Power Girl and a bunch of other stuff, and you know, that was fine. But anyway, seeing that they are talking about the original character, Terry Sloan, and then moving on from there was interesting. How characters actually wearing the old school costume with the giant black T on his face and the leather jacket, and it's kind of funny. It's very retro. For some people, they may like it. Some people don't. Does it make it easier to move around or what? Don't know. But either way, I do think the costume was interesting and was kind of happy to see. Anyways, cheesy or not cheesy, it was just cool to see it on screen at least once. So, team coming together was nice. It's still kind of hard for me to get used to the new team, mainly because, well, I like Diggle. Diggle's one of my favorite characters on the show. I've said this before. I liked the brotherly chemistry between him and Oliver. So when he's not there, it's kind of weird. Season 1 and 2 are probably my favorite seasons with Oliver and Diggle, just because of their dynamic. And now him being in jail, pretty much giving up on himself. Did he see Deadshot? Was it, all in his mind? Who knows? What are your thoughts? As far as the episode itself goes, it was a interesting mix of old action, and what I mean by old action is like from the previous seasons, how it was just a bit more raw and in your face. The flashbacks were interesting. Kind of figured that there would be a twist to the characters that were with Oliver during his Bratva training, and that they wouldn't all be just, innocent or good. So seeing how, they play that out, and it's like one of the guys that got shot was actually a murderer. So it's like, oh, okay, now I don't feel so bad that he got shot. But what about the other two dudes? Just saying. Probably around the same lines, but, just curious, right? So anyways, Felicity coming to grips with having to let it out that she's the reason that Ragman exists, so to speak. Felt bad for her. I felt bad for her because that's never an easy thing, especially when you're dealing with the loss of life, because you can't really, there's nothing you can do to fix it. No matter what you try and do, you can't. A life is a life, and life is precious. So, it weighs heavy on her as a character. It weighs heavy on the team, or at least Oliver. And it's hard to see her try and, make things right by telling him, but now knowing that he may never forgive her is going to be something hard for her to deal with. But, that's part of the writing. So we'll see what happens. Will Ragman come back, forgive her? Will he have this pent-up frustration and anger towards her? Or like what's going to happen with that? We'll have to see on the next episode. What did you guys think of this episode? The beginning of the episode was definitely a shocker when he basically told him, not sure if you'll walk away from this, and then he just dropped him. Yeah, I was a bit shocked. It threw me off. Felt bad for the dude, but then, whatever. There's worse out there. Part of the things that I think Oliver should do is possibly get an upgrade to his body armor. And the reason I'm saying this because he needs something that can absorb more shock. Because as it stands now, he's taking a beating, which is going to happen, but don't want to leave him out there where he gets so hurt that it starts to become noticeable as mayor. Just saying. It's a dynamic they'll deal with, and he takes punches to the face and things, but when it comes time to get in front of the camera as mayor, he doesn't have any bruises. So that's a good thing for some people, and some people complain it's like that's poor editing. So it is what it is. Enjoy the show either way. What did you guys think of this episode? What do you think this season has in store for us? What are you looking forward to? Will Diggle make the change and become like the darker version? Meaning, like, will he basically switch places with Oliver from season one, become dark and brooding, or do you think he'll eventually get over it and forgive himself? Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate all the comments and the support. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys soon for the Legends of Tomorrow. Also, little tip on Supergirl. Definitely looking forward to next episode, especially since Superman and Kat aren't there. So how's the show going to move forward from here as far as the main cast list and then story? So looking forward to that. Flash was absolutely fantastic. Did a collaboration with Akasan for that. So if you guys want to see that, please check out Akasan's page or look on my channel under reviews and with Akasan in the playlists. Until then, keep it super crew. Love you guys. Peace.